Welfare in Sweden. This video is made by Marina Prilly Grishel and Rama from 10J. In this video, we're gonna talk about the welfare system in Sweden, plus and minus points of the situation, and the interesting points of the system.
Sweden is a Scandinavian country in Northern Europe. Sweden is a unitary state divided into 20 county councils and 290 municipalities. Sweden is the 7th richest country in the world in terms of GDP per capita, and a high standard of living is experienced by its citizens.
Social welfare in Sweden is made up of several organizations and systems dealing with welfare.
The welfare benefits in Sweden are mostly funded by taxes, and it is mostly executed by the public sector.
The social welfare in Sweden includes healthcare, elderly care, social system, labor market, and education.
One of the social welfare in Sweden is healthcare. Sweden's entire population has equal access to the public healthcare services. The Swedish healthcare system is publicly funded and run by the county councils. It is financed primarily through taxes levied by county councils and municipalities.
For elderly care, the Swedish health system provides retirement homes and home care.
The social security in Sweden includes barnbidrag, which is a monetary support for children up to 16, bostadsbidrag, which is housing allowance for anyone who otherwise can afford housing, elder pension and guarantee pension, which benefits those who have retired. These are some of the many social security systems in Sweden. In terms of education, the Swedish government includes preschool and childcare for school children, as well as adult education.
In terms of labor market, the responsibilities considered to be a part of the welfare system includes unemployment benefits, activation benefits, employment services, employment programs, job and development guarantees, starter jobs, and the European Social Fund. These are some plus points of Sweden's welfare system. Sweden's benefit programs were developed to meet virtually all contingencies and include, among others, pensions, support for the unemployed that include benefits, job training, retraining and job creation, disability and sickness benefits, healthcare, parental leave, child allowances, financial assistance for families with disabled children, and decent housing for all.
Employment is the surest guarantee in Sweden to avoid poverty, but tax and transfers policies continue to play a big role in lifting many out of poverty. Sweden has been a world leader in providing economic security for its elderly in no small part because of its former pension system.
Now, let's move on to the minus points of welfare benefits in Sweden.
We know that its various trends are uneven. For example, the commitment to public childcare is rising while the commitment of dignified public care for elderly has contracted. The latter change is especially worrisome since it is threatening to the goal of women's equality, so central to Sweden's ethos, and it is imposing new burdens on women.
On the other hand, with the aging of the Swedish population, it is possible that there will be a counterbalance to this trend because cutbacks in elder care may have political consequences. The interesting points of Sweden's welfare system.
You may wonder why Sweden is such a success. It has been noted that accepting oral agreements as legally binding is a centuries-old Scandinavian legal tradition, which strengthens the notion that trustworthiness and honesty have been part of Scandinavian culture for many generations. It is difficult to say if the uniquely strong norms in Scandinavian nations favoring hard work, trustworthiness, and honesty arose as an adaptation to a harsh climate because of the homogeneous nature of the population in these nations, because of the Protestant religious teaching, or because of some other factor. It is however clear that strong norms in social institutions give the Scandinavian nation a significant advantage.
IPS illustrated in Swedish welfare system, a case study.
This is one of the case study which discuss the individual placement and support which result in more people with severe mental illness obtaining employment in comparison to traditional vocational rehabilitation. The conclusion to our discussion is that Sweden is already performing an excellent welfare system, but could be increased if the high tax could be decreased and to be committed to improve all sectors and not ignoring the others. The Swedish government could create a system to lessen the tax so that the other sectors won't be much isolated.
Created using Powtoon.